Hi, welcome to How to Repair. This video is on a condenser tumble dryer that is not heating. This video can be used on AEG, Electrolux, Zanussi and all the other makes listed here. Right, we've got the machine running, and with my display ampage meter we can see it's only drawing a small amount of current. This means the heater is not working. On the high setting and the low setting there is no heat going into the machine. So what we're going to do is take the lid off and remove the cover plate on the back and then the heater cover. We will also need to remove the right hand side panel. Remember, before doing any work on an appliance you should always disconnect it from the electricity supply. Now the back cover comes off and it's held in with a couple of clips which you need to press. It's quite fidgety, this one, and that can be removed. Then we need to remove all the screws around the heater cover. But the first thing to remember is the 3 screws that I'm taking out at the bottom here are longer than the other screws. This is because they're going into plastic, so do make note of them. Then you can remove all the other screws all the way round. They're 7mm nuts on the heads, and the 3 at the bottom are normal Phillips. Now at the back here you can see the heater. But to get at the heater wiring we need to actually remove the lid, and then there's 2 hidden screws at the front which will help us to remove the side panel, and there are also 4 or 5 screws on the back. While I'm doing this I have put some information in the description below and on the information button on the top right hand side. This will take you through to the website to other tutorials. Now these 2 screws are the ones that are hidden underneath the lid. You need to remove these. With the back panel screws undone, the panel lifts up slightly and then slides away. There are some location lugs at the bottom which you need to make note of. Now you can see the terminal block for the heater. These just unplug and can only normally go in one way. Now we can remove the 2 screws that hold the heater in place. Please note, when handling the heater is quite fragile, so be careful when handling it, as the element is very fragile inside the metal casing, as you can see here. The 2 thermostats are on the back of the heater, but there is a third which is later on in the video which is hidden at the front. Just take the rubber grommet out, slide the heater out, and now we'll test the heater. These are the 2 thermostats we'll be checking, and both sides of the element. There is normally a cycling stat on the heater and a cutout stat. The cycling stat will click in and click out as the temperature is reached, but the cutout stat, if fitted, will cut it out completely, and a new stat will either need to be refitted or a reset button will be on the stat. But we're doing a continuity test here on both, and as you can see both thermostats are good. Now we're going to test both sides of the heater. You have the neutral side, which is the common, and then you have the low heat and the high heat side. Both of these should check for continuity, and as you can see both sides of this heater are good. So this is not the problem with this machine. I'm suspecting it's the front thermostat, but the first thing we need to do is put all this back together. Now if you do need a heater or thermostats for this machine, or whichever machine you have, please either use the model number in full at the website or send us an email and we'll look it up for you and you'll be able to find the part. And remember, at the website there are hundreds of tutorials on domestic appliance repairs. On the Zanussi, AEG and Electrolux machines there's videos on how to replace the belt, how to replace the capacitor, the motor, seals and so on. And there's also a very good video on there showing you how a condenser dryer works. Now do remember, when reassembling the machine there are certain screws that need to go in to their correct locations, and make sure that the wiring harness is tucked away. Now that we've got all that connected, we'll put the side panel back on, and remember there is a location lug on the front of the panel and 2 at the bottom. It is quite fiddly. Just get the bottom ones on, the side one will just slide in, lift it up a little bit, and then you've got it. Now I skipped putting the back heater cover and guard on as you took it apart, so you'll know how it goes back. There's no point boring you with it. And then we'll turn the machine round, and sometimes a thermostat is fitted at the top, sometimes there'll be one fitted on the other side, but on this model of machine and on many models of machine there is a thermostat actually inside the drum, hidden at the top. Now I actually filmed this for you using the video camera, and I actually found it easier to change the thermostat using the screen on the video camera as a viewing panel than I normally did. So it's quite a good little technique to have a video camera about, place it inside the drum to look up towards the stat, and you can see what you're working on. There's 2 screws, just need to undo these. Now this thermostat is not normally visible from the top of the machine, so you need to put your head in the drum and have a look up. The plastic cover comes away, there is a rubber seal, just fell out there, and with a little bit of fiddling around this thermostat will pop out, and there you go. Just undo the 2 wires on the thermostat. It does not matter which way round these wires go, as there is only 2. And again, this thermostat should have a circuit. This measures the air in the drum itself for the temperature and cycles, but this one has become open circuit. As you can see, the new one has a circuit. So this was our fault. But we'll test the machine in a minute once I've fitted this back in. Just carefully tuck the wires away. Then make sure you put the rubber seal back on, as this stops moisture getting towards the electrics. You could always use a mirror or even a mobile phone to actually become your viewing. Now make sure you fit the plastic cover correctly. You might have to move the thermostat and then just replace the 2 screws. In a second we'll do a test on the machine. Just while I'm putting these 2 screws in, please remember to buy your parts at How to Repair, as that's what keeps us going and able to make these free videos for you. And you can always support the website by the donate button at the end, which you'll see. Remember, at the website there are lots of useful videos in the repair guides and frequently asked questions, helping you fix all types of appliances from refrigeration through to tumble dryers, washing machines, cookers, etc. And when ordering parts, make sure you use your full model number, and remember that some appliances are serial number dependent, so if you have any doubts at all, please send us an email so we don't send you the wrong part. There we go, that's fitted. Now we'll just quickly put the lid on the machine, as it's important with a condenser tumble dryer that the lid is on, as airflows are very important. Just turn it to about 60 minutes and we'll press start, and you can see it's drawing 9 amp on high and down to 6 amp on low. This is because it's using both sides of the heater and only one side of the heater when it's on low. For more information, please click on the information above or in the description below, which will take you through to the website. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, you can always donate to the website by buying us a beer. Thanks very much indeed for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and remember there are links that are clickable in this section which will take you through to the website and the subscription button above. Thanks very much for watching.